I guess they started about 7 o'clock, according to what somebody said. And I see they have a lot of workers up there now. Supposedly there's, what was it? Can't remember what the guy said. Quite a number anyway, maybe about 40 people working at a time on 12-hour shifts. There's a pumper on the other side that pumps in the cement off of the cement trucks. And of course they've got the crane standing by here also to lift the steel into the top for the workers. One guy that hooks it up, and then somebody else up in the top there releases it, and then he goes back and gets more. That's the crane operator there. Already gotten off the ground by maybe about a foot or so since 7 o'clock this morning. So it's starting to grow. They have a flaw in it over here, I see, but I suppose they'll patch that up. These are some of the parts that are going to be going into the elevator, and some of these motors are really big. There's one compared to maybe about a 2-horse, or I don't know if that's even yeah, I'm sure it is something like that. But anyway, there's others here. Can't see what they are exactly, but there's a lot of these big motors going to take a lot of current. There might be even more motors inside these boxes for all I know. It says on here 100 horsepower at 1,475 RPM, 190 to 330 volts, whatever that means. I don't know what some of that stuff means. I don't know where that's going to be, but I'll bet you it might be on top of the elevator or something. It's big, and this looks like it's something that would drive those conveyors or something, but just the size of the deal, my hand in comparison, that is a 4-inch diameter shaft going through that thing. These are identical. And that must be the chutes that the grain goes through. That, I suppose, will be mounted out, I don't know, up on top in the open or something, maybe like these that are existing up here already on the existing elevator. There's the pumper. There you got 2 cement trucks unloading, both at the same time, the way it looks. pump it into the some kind of an auger, I suppose, and that brings it out here. One guy is watching the stuff going in maybe or something, and the other fellow was sitting up here doing some camping and watching it as it comes out, and then down below they can pick it up on pretty big wheelbarrows, will be the chutes that these fit into, and they'll take quite a chunk of grain each one of those buckets. They've got just gobs of these belts laying out here on the street, ready to be put in. They're pretty good sized buckets in comparison to the size of my hand here. Crane the other day, and it was 82 steps, so I figured it was about 230 feet or so. But they might have shortened it up, because I see parts of the crane laying on the ground here. Here is a 20-foot section. I just stepped that off, and so I'm sure that might have been on there at the time that I stepped it out, and they've shortened it up a little bit now. Still is pretty high. They started this morning, they started pouring about 40 yards of cement per hour, and then they're going to be cutting it back now to about 20 yards per hour, according to one fellow that was out there, a guy sort of directing the cement part of it. And they figure it'll be about 3,000 yards or so of cement used in the building, and they're hoping to get done by the weekend. So it sounds like it's going to go pretty fast. I can see the cement growing, or at least they're getting up off the ground now. Looks like they might be about 3 feet up already. And earlier they were only about a foot or so, and so it's growing. Well, as we can see, they've made pretty good progress so far. From the bottom of the forms, they're up about 6 feet, I'd say, so to the top. I'm sure they've poured 10 feet by now. And it's, what was that, 2:14 in the afternoon. Had a little bit of drizzle, but not much. They're bringing up some more steel with the crane. And I guess there's about 45 men up there working right now. They all have their own jobs to do. There's some curved steel that he's bringing up there for him. Well, it's growing. It's getting up there now. Well, this is the second day of construction now, and they've gotten up a pretty good distance, halfway up on these steel silos. And I don't know what the height would be. I would say about 35, 40 feet right now, possibly. Because the bottom of these silos are about 70 feet from the ground. And this looks like it's about halfway up. And they're still loading steel and whatever up there. This thing does not want to focus very well. I don't know what they've got there, some kind of a plate. He's got his crane almost vertical. A few minutes ago I saw him hoist up this ladder, or I should say stairway section, and they look like they're at least 20 feet tall. I'm standing by one right here. It hasn't been put up yet. So they've got a means of getting down from there if the elevator should fail, I suppose. Ask you a few questions here. What's your name, by the way?
My name's Jessie Olson.
Okay, how long have you been working for this company?
Well, I started last November.
And what is the company name?
SMA Elevator Construction Incorporated.
Okay, you folks are building the elevator here at Ulen, and how tall is that going to be?
150 feet, just with the slip what we're doing right now.
Okay. How many men do you have working here?
Well, we have, I believe, and this is just a rough estimate,
yeah,
about 140 right now.
About 140 that are working around the site here. That's both crews?
That's day and night crew. Correct?
Okay, very good. Okay, I'm going to go up and look around. Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Okay, now this is looking from up above, and they're coming in with some rebar here off of the crane, and that's straight up above me here. And they're hoisting that down into place. Everybody's busy with their own project here. This is where they're loading the wheelbarrows. And they're hauling them out to the different locations where they dump it in to the walls, of course. A lot of work going on up here. Feeding the rebar in, and it's all pre-formed for the circle. And then, of course, the straight ones are for the vertical part of it. And the bent ones, I suppose, are for the unusual situations where you got the center portion of this elevator and like ends like this. Truck or the cement comes in down here and into this pumper truck or whatever you call it, and it feeds on down, and then it's pumped up along this route here. Of course, ends up here where they can fill 2 wheelbarrows at a time if they want to. And one person's up here just manning that operation, making sure that the cement gets down into the 2 chutes okay, I suppose. Which would naturally do anyway. And some of these guys down below here are sort of cleaning up the sidewalls. Thing happened while I was up on top there. A foreman came over and talked to me. He was kind of wondering who I was, what I was videotaping for, and I said it was just for my personal use and I wasn't from a radio or TV station. And well, he was just concerned that I wasn't some Japanese trying to get some ideas and become a competition, I guess it would be. So anyway, that was the deal. There's no problem. I took a lot of videos and also digital pictures while I was up there. Well, this is what it looks like this morning, and it's climbing up there. I see somebody's up on the old elevator catwalk, must be taking video pictures up there. this pumper truck really does get up in height. He just keeps going up with the scaffolding here, the way it looks, and keeps dumping it into a line that pushes it out to where we saw the barrels, or I should say the wheelbarrows. So I guess it is pumping it right on up there. It looks like it can go up quite a bit higher. Looks like the other crew is coming on now. They're all lined up to go in and head up to their jobs. And in relation to the steel building, steel granaries, or whatever you call them there, it's about equal to the peak of them now. That's a moose out there, and I think there's a couple of them over here. And this is the skyline of Ulen from 2 miles away. Well, they're still dumping cement. Okay, this is looking at the project from 1 mile away, straight west of Ulen. Gotten to be about as busy out here as when the folks were living.
Air, salt, water. How many people in your
The Newman boys have their go-karts here. There's another one over here.
Any wires we have to look out for, Gordon?
No, not really.
Oh, it's small. You can hear it. It'll come back. Watch out! out of here they come.
Head for the tree line.